oscillating isometric spine flexion, or spine flexion oscillating isometrics. So oscillating just means bouncing around and moving. Isometric means staying still. So the oscillation is the kettlebell at the end of the band. The isometric is you staying still. What we're trying to do is we're trying to constrict the muscle from this movement. So what we're going to do is you're going to do this movement, you're going to get into either spine flexion or standing up straight with your arms up, and we're going to contract really tight with all your muscles. That way, if you're contracting really tight, that means your muscles have to stay still, therefore they're not doing anything. So we're therefore forcing your body to use the connective tissue, and that's what we're trying to do here. So really, really quickly, what we're doing is just grab a band, pop it through. I like to wrap it around one extra time, and then just give it a wee bit of a jiggle, and that'll even itself out. Now, to start with, I'd recommend doing this with a straight upright core rather than flexing your spine, but I'll show you that spine flexion variation in a second. So just to start with, all we're going to do is going to be nice and upright. You're going to brace your core and literally just lift this up and let it bounce. And that's it. So you're not trying to kind of move and do these things. We're trying to keep the core braced to keep the muscles out of this as much as possible. Now you can just get a little bit of a bend in the elbow as you're going to sort of keep this going. Now, as I'm doing this with my elbows close to my body, I'm not really taking any load through my shoulders. To increase the load here though, what I can do is the further out I go, the harder this gets. And it puts more force on the posterior or the back of my body, but it's going to be a fair bit on the shoulders. So if you need, just come in here. The next variation or progression is going to be doing it with a bit of spine flexion. So if I get into this position here and then get a little bit of flexion going on and now do this, I'm now adding it on a little bit more onto the spine. As I do this, I can actually feel a little bit in the spine. I can actually play around a bit if I try and just keep most of my spine straight and just flex at the top. Then I'm actually going to feel this more at the part where I'm flexed. If I flex right through here, I'm going to... So this is it. While you're doing this, play around. Which angle is right for you. But once again, remember what we're trying to do here is constrict the muscles from moving. So you're bracing that, keeping that tight, forcing the connective tissue to do the work. Obviously play it safe with this one. You're going to be doing it for about 2 minutes as a total amount of work. So the first time you do this, if you can do it for 2 minutes, great. If you can do it for 30 seconds, you start fatiguing, that's fine. Pop it down, have a rest. Go again as soon as you're ready to go, and do as many sets as you need or reps as you need to get 2 minutes worth of load in. Another thing, no, I think that's about it. Yeah, if you got any questions, feel free to message, obviously. Other than that, enjoy.